You really feel insecure. Yeah,
I'd say I'm the smallest green.
Smallest green. Okay. Well, good on you. I'm glad everything's working out for you.
I'm perfect, you know? What can I say? Good. I'm really scared. I'm gonna get turnips R us.
Oh my god, me too. I'm scared.
Good. I'm really scared. I'm gonna get turnips R us.
Oh my god, me too. I'm scared.
Oh my god. Thank god. This is so stressful.
The auntie.
What is this?
Sad.
Oh my god, thank god.
Okay, let's read yours. Protagonists are natural born leaders, full of passion and charisma. Forming around 2% of the population, they are oftentimes our politicians, reaching out and inspiring others to achieve and to do good in the world. With natural confidence that begets influence, protagonists take a great deal of pride and joy in guiding others to work together to improve themselves and their community. I think that's a very good description of you.
I really like that. I think that is...
We just change your LinkedIn intro to that.
Yeah. Oh my god, Simi, that's a great idea. Oftentimes our politicians. I don't know if that's true. But
I think what they mean by that are people who direct change. The ability to be diplomatic in having strong opinions as well.
Yeah.
That the way you speak to people is like you can receive feedback and like questions and you handle them well.
Your one is the campaigner personality is a true free spirit. They are often the life of the party, but unlike types in the explorer role group, campaigners are less interested in the sheer excitement and pleasure of the moment than they are in enjoying the social and emotional connections they make with others. Charming, independent, energetic, and compassionate, the 7% of the population that they comprise can certainly be felt in any crowd. I think that is so true. Like, I think your presence is nearly always felt.
That's nice, but also very biased coming from my mother-in-law.
Yeah, true. That's also true. Sorry, I just want to talk about one line here. This idea of less interested in excitement and pleasure of the moment than social and emotional connections. I think you are, I'm just going to say it once and never say it again to enjoy the moment. Yeah, hear it once, hear it well. This is a trait that authentic people have, right? Like genuine people are more interested in like actual emotional connections that they make. It's not about just socializing. I think for you, strength in connections is not the strength in the number of connections, but strength in the emotional connections that you've made with people.
But the thing that I found more that I agreed with for me, campaigner self-esteem is dependent on their ability to come up with original solutions. Like I have never heard it being put like that before, and I think that is so...
I agree. I think your self-esteem is at its highest when you're able to create for people. Like I think that's when your self-esteem is at your highest, because I think that's your zone, and I think you get a lot of credit for it. When we're talking about self-esteem, which means like people patting you on the back, I think you get the most pats on the back for your creativity.
100%. I think validation. We will go to strengths and weakness. Yeah, this is what I mean. I think this is very, very true of you. Like this is exactly what I was saying last week, where like I find it really difficult to have conversations with people if I feel like they're just not gonna listen to what I'm saying. Whereas you wouldn't make it personal.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I haven't always been like this though. This has been a real work in progress.
This is so interesting.
That's so interesting.
I love that.
I don't know if I do that consciously, but maybe.
I think you definitely do that.
I maybe do that, but I don't know if I'm thinking that, time to shift gears. Like, I don't know.
No, I don't think it's as calculative, but I get why they would say politician. That is so important in a leader.
Altruistic look. Yeah, but once again, like I think a lot of these are great and fabulous. Thanks for the free complinos, but like I just don't think I've actually had a platform to be able to highlight.
Oh, that's not true. And what you have done has been showing
to an extent
that you would want to do good for communities. Meanwhile, I like to go and pollute wherever.
No, you don't. All right, what are yours?
My only issue with this is don't necessarily think I'm as like flippity and hippie and like free spirit. I wouldn't call myself a free spirit.
Yeah, which is how they described you in the first sentence.
Yeah.
It's funny because I don't see you as enthusiastic and energetic as a core quality as a strength.
Okay.
When I read this, I do think I'm very enthusiastic about new connections and ideas.
Well, I think if you're talking about it in that situation, that's fine.
I'm not going to sit there and be a little lamb and just someone tear me to shreds like you do some of these other girls.
I just don't, I guess it's not articulated like that in the title. I do think you are excited about your findings. Like, you do get excited to share things that you've learned, which is nice.
Giving them a new source of information and experiences, they fit their new friends' opinions into their existing
I think you definitely do that. But I don't think you fit all of your friends' opinions into your existing ideas. Like, I think there are certain friends who, when you hear what they say, you'll incorporate it.
Yeah, I definitely think that if I'm asking someone, I think I very seldom reach out these days to ask for help. But I guess I do ask for opinion. If I do, then I'm not asking it for validation. I'm asking it because I want a genuine...
Because you want a genuine answer, 100%. Yeah. How come you have so many more... Why do you have so many more pros?
I really don't.
Yeah, you do. Yours goes on for ages.
No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, that wasn't 5.
5. Sorry, 6. But mine also has and. Like,
so, so more than 5.
No, I don't mean it like that. But I mean, it might look like. Yeah, I have 6 and you're 5.
And you also have way more writing. Yeah, it's not fair. I'm going to write to these people.
No, they probably know who's reading it. They're going to be like, oh, campaigners need validators.
No.
Thirsty for the Mondu.
I hate that. No.
No weakness, because I'm over this compliment fest.
Yeah, same.
Ew. But also me. That's you. That's protecting El little bebe.
Too selfless. Is that supposed to be a negative? Sorry, who wrote these?
Can bury themselves in their hopeful promises, feeling others' problems as their own and striving hard to make their word. If they aren't careful, they can spread themselves too thin and be left unable to help anyone.
I do think I overcommit.
Completely agree.
Yeah, I think I overcommit sometimes, which is a bit annoying.
Yes.
Sorry, you look salty as you're like...
No, I think that you can have a fear of disappointing the people that you care about if you feel like you can do it. The problem of how I struggle with it is my own problem, is I feel how
I think if I can do something, I'd like to commit to it. Unfortunately, sometimes I overcommit. I think that's a problem. Fluctuating self-esteem.
Protagonists define their self-esteem by whether they're able to live up to their ideals, and sometimes also criticism more out of insecurity than out of confidence, always wondering what they could do better. That's very true. If they fail to meet a goal or to help someone they said they'd help, their self-confidence. Yeah, that's so...
Yeah, I'd get really sad.
Struggle to make tough decisions. If caught between a rock and a hard place, protagonists can be stricken with paralysis, imagining all the consequences of their actions, especially if
I think that's very true. I think tough decisions, because a choice isn't a choice, is too damn, I'm sorry, but deciding who to put on vent, choice has a connotation. I don't know, choice, there should be one, do you know what I mean? I just don't think, saying something was my choice. If you don't really have a choice, then it's not a choice. I don't know. I'm not articulating this well. Just leave me alone. Let's go through this. Poor practical skills.
When it comes to conceiving ideas and starting projects, especially involving other people, campaigners have exceptional talent. Unfortunately, their skill with upkeep, admin, and follow-through struggles. Interesting. Without more hands-on people to help push data.
That's why I think the combination of you and I is so good, because I have visions, but sometimes I get overwhelmed with how will I begin.
Find it difficult to focus. Campaigners are natural explorers of interpersonal connections and philosophy. That's so true. This backfires when what needs to be done is that TPS report sitting right in front of them. It's hard for campaigners to maintain interest as tasks drift towards routine admin matters and away from broader...
Oh my God, that is so true for you. Wow, I'm really mean. I'm just boring.
No, that is me.
That is so true. I think you love creating and you don't want to get bored. I think once you get bored, it's done.
Take notes, everyone.
Campaigners don't take things at face value. They look for underlying motives in even the simplest things. Yeah, it's not uncommon for campaigners to lose a bit of sleep. Hello, yes, asking themselves why someone did.
Well, they really nailed you.
Yeah, I know.
They really got you figured out, don't they?
Oh, that's it. That's true. I'm how can she slap? Is actually my eternal question. How? That is actually the thing that keeps me up at night.
Get stressed easily. I don't know about this. I feel like some of their titles are misleading, but then the content is better.
Maybe it's a clickbait.
Maybe. Oh my God, you're right. Oh my God. They're so devious.
But we're already here. Like, we clicked to find our results. We sat through this damn
It's
test.
like you don't need to continue baiting us.
The consequence of their popularity is that others often look to them for guidance and help, which takes time, and it's easy to see why campaigners sometimes get overwhelmed, especially when they can't say yes to every request.
That's you. Okay, that is literally you. Oh my God, it's talking about a very specific kind of stress. The only stress I think that you ever actually face is this stress. Like, I think, oh my God, this is so bad. Like, you have a habit of, and like, once again, not to toot Sindhu's horn for everyone who doesn't know her, but like, why am I talking in the fourth person? I don't even know what this is a good
fourth person.
I hate that. Point is that your advice is so good, and like, I think you've got a real ability to like put into words what people can't for themselves. Like, I'll often come to you with like 3 unconnected words, and you'll tell me, I'll be like plight, rubber band, and breath, and you'll manage to tell me exactly what's going on. Like, and it's actually this weird talent that you have. So I can see a lot of people that you're close to have recognized this unique skill of yours and now come to you for like everything, and often the same things again and again and again. But I think it is overwhelming. Correct me if I'm
I think
wrong.
I get scared that if I say no, I can't do this once, then they'll feel
But they can never come to you. Highly emotional.
While emotional expression is healthy and natural, with campaigners even viewing it as a core part of their identity, it can come out strongly enough to cause problems for this personality type, particularly when under stress, criticism, or conflict. Campaigners can experience emotional bursts that are counterproductive at best.
Yeah, I mean, I do. I can have emotional outbursts that are counterproductive.
I'm actually probably one of the only people in your life who hasn't. Well, that's really harsh. I think I've never experienced being on the receiving end of this. I think if we've ever had conflict, you've never reacted by lashing out at me. So I don't know.
Well, there's still tomorrow. Hold on for hope.
Independent to a fault.
God, all of these headings are so misleading.
I hate it. It's like they got the intern to write the synopsis, like to write the tagline.
Campaigners loathe being micromanaged and restrained by heavy-handed rules. They want to be seen as highly independent masters of their own fates, even possessors of an altruistic wisdom that goes beyond draconian law. The challenge for campaigners is that they live in a world of checks and balances, a pill they are not happy to swallow.
Yeah, I don't know if I completely agree with this for you, to be honest. I think you actually like rules, and I think you're actually very law-abiding, and I think that you're happy to abide by every law. In fact, I think you frequently condemn those who have an issue with the law. Like, I don't.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to live.
Yeah, I think you're pretty.
Yeah,
I think you're pretty fine with rules.
I completely agree with. I'm that. Do you know that meme that's like when someone tells you to do something you were already going to do?
Yes, I think
that's me.
Would make more sense. I think the micromanage part is correct, but I think if someone's like, okay, Sindhu, I want you to design this event, I think you'd rather them just give you what they want and you go ahead and just do it. Like, I don't think you want Cynthia and her 5 bridesmaids' opinion on everything. Do you know what I mean?